Whoa. Whoa.
Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful Wednesday. I hope you're having a beautiful day out there in the world. I hope you're having a beautiful life. Hope you're having a beautiful month. Hope you're having a beautiful year. Hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful time. It's so wonderful to see the whole crew here. Dramulks, welcome back. Hey, that's right. Dram, number 2, you're almost there though. Bean Waters, ready when she said the lyrics are written out. Today we learn a lot. Bean Waters, ready today we learn a lot. He loves the questions. He loves to sing. Join our Discord. Sigian got that for us. Today we'll learn a lot. Yeah, exactly. Popcorn, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome back to the stream. Folks, it's so wonderful to have all of you beautiful people here. Lance, congratulations on your number 1. Thank you for the hat redeem, Lance. Let's get the hat stack started. You gotta come all the way to the other side of the room. I gotta get my heap of hats ready to go. Let's take a hat. Add it to the stack. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. One sec, I gotta adjust my audio. I don't know why, but for some reason, the volume mixer really that is a Knuff. I'm gonna add in a Knuff. I would like to add a Knuff redeem to the stream. We do have the Knuff hoodie. We got the Knuff hoodie in case we get too cold. But yeah, these took forever to get. We finally got them. I've been wanting one for a while. We had. I don't know if anyone knows how hard it was to get those last year. It was crazy. Mary Cat, it's wonderful to have you back in the stream. Anytime I get to see you here, makes me smile, makes me happy. Codemuck, welcome back. Next collab, Knuff Twins. I love it. We'll do it. I don't know if you knew this. I also got Crass. I think you knew this. Crass got me an IKEA hat. So we got the IKEA. We could be the IKEA driven You were aware. IKEA-driven development is what we might do later. Whimsically Made, it's awesome to have you here, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Graham, as always, great to have you here. Thanks for coming aboard with the Grumpy Game Dev. One sec, my music is just too loud for me. Too loud. Let's turn that down just a hair. There we go. That's better for me. Nerd Waffle, I hope Canada's doing wonderful for you. How's Canada this time of the year? The anthem. We gotta get the anthem right. Popcorn, happy Wednesday, my friend. How the heck have you been? I hope you're doing well. Any day I can wake up and code is a beautiful day, and today is another one of those days. Sidgene, I'm sorry, the outros. Someday, maybe, possibly. Look, if someone wanted to put together, we have an outro song, Sidgene, if you wanted to put those in a video for us. Maybe we could do it. IKEA Bucket Hat Mafia. That's right, Zuper Dan. That is right, Zuper Dan. What are we working on today, folks? You guys know the incredible Zuper Dan. I need a Zuper. Zuper Dan, we got to get you a command. I don't know if you saw my message. I sent you a message on Discord. Since you are now an official subscribing, a paid member. I know, it's crazy. Who's a paid member on this channel? Since you're now a paid member of the stream, since you're a subscriber on Ko-fi, you get to, that's okay, you get to come up with your own command. You can design a command with me. Whatever your heart desires, we'll make it into something, maybe. You know, there are limitations to the power of the captain, but we can make something fun. If you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I can come up with some ideas for you. But folks, if you guys don't know Zuper Dan, Zuper Dan is the host of the Dungeon Crawler Jam, the 4th annual Dungeon Crawler Jam. I believe this is the 5th Dungeon Crawler Jam you've hosted. Let me know if that's true or not. And also, the incredible person that hosts this website as well. All your Dungeon Crawler goodness, any information you need, this guy is an expert. This guy, Cordanor, all of the wonderful people over there on that Discord. You got to go check them out, folks. But what are we working on today? We are continuing our Dungeon Crawler Jam entry for Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024. It's the 4th regular jam, but we had a VR Dungeon Crawler Jam too. Gotcha. I'm looking forward to the limited assets jam. I hope you're able to run that one this year very, very much. Folks, let me show you what we've been working on. Our artist is hard at work here. You'll notice we have this interface, our artists. We have 2 artists. We hope might need to get some more. So for those of you who don't know, the premise of this is that you are in an IKEA. The game takes place in an IKEA, and we have these. Your characters are in. You start off in this IKEA cabinet, and the doors open to reveal your characters. The door is open to reveal your characters as they join your party. We may end up with them all in your party to start. We'll see how much time we have. But these are how they appear. These need to be swapped here. Zuper Dan, did you already see that? Did you see the image that we have for you? Did you see that? Hang on, we do have, hang on. Let's go check it out. Give me a second here. I didn't want to spoil it too much, but I can't help myself at this point. Where do we put that image? Here we go. There you go. So we got Zuper Dan in there. We also have do you recognize this fella? There we go. Zuper Dan and Cordanor on a quest through IKEA. A dungeon crawler, nice. Meneliki, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. Great to have you here. Since we've already spelled it, let's put that in character slot 2. Why is, oh, this is the, that is character slot 2. This is actually character slot 0, 1. Should go down over here. Let's swap that portrait out. Portrait, boom, Cordanor. Why? Oh, I have the wrong one selected. Cordanor. There we go. We just don't have the sprites. Here, I'm going to undo that because we don't have the sprites for them yet, so they look a little bit awkward against the scene. All right, but here's what we have so far. We're working on our combat system today. We're going to see how much more of this we can finish. we've made a ton of progress on it. I keep wanting to work like 8-hour days, and I work a 6-hour day. So really, what's going to end up happening is on Friday, I'm going to end up working, a 24-hour, cram session. Luckily, I'll have a whole week to cool down from that. Super Dad, I'm not sure if I'm not sure how I feel about. I thought I was gonna really like the 9-day jam, but now I'm going like, oh, 9-day jam. You get 2 weekends, and then you're exhausted going to like a 24-hour stream. No, I get so little done on the streams that I do get stuff done, but I get less than I'd like to do finished on the streams. Come on. This game is so beefy. All right, so here we have our character selection. So you can you switch between your characters here. All right, so in the combat screen, I need to fix the tiling here. Game looks meaty, classical uncle. Welcome back to the stream. Are you by any chance related to Uncle Scientist? It's okay if you're not. All right, so we can select a character. Then we have our different options here in the menu that we can select here. Not everyone should crunch on 9 days, but instead have a chance. That's when I did my game jam. I think that's what I did. I made it 10 days, and the idea is you finish it in 7 days, right? You finish it in 7 days, then you have you have an extra weekend to get your itch page set up, to do a devlog, and to write something about your project. So I like that a lot. All right, so the attack isn't quite emblem, but everyone gets 2 actions. You'll notice some information appears down here. So select move, we'll select attacked, we'll hit confirm. Now we're in the move mode. We can specify where we want to go. So if you guys may remember, we implemented this on stream where we had the character's breadth first search, right? So we implemented a breadth first search pal. Looks like great. I've been popping in and lurking your progress to that capsule. Ameripon. Great to see you again. Welcome back to the stream. And then we can actually move, perform that move. We'll actually move. And then the character gets to continue taking their actions. So you'll notice their stats over here. There are no movement points, so she can't actually move anymore. But I can use exert to actually gain some bonus movement points. So you'll notice the energy goes down. We don't have a move icon yet, but the movement increases. And so then we can move a little bit more. You'll notice that the dungeon is actually rendering incorrectly. The green part you're seeing is actually where the dungeon should be. It's drawing it too thick, so the way I've decided to place the wall tiles is broken. So we may end up, we're gonna simplify. We're gonna simplify that. Attack isn't implemented yet. That's the last thing we got to implement is the actual attack interface. But you can end your turn here, and it switches to the next character. And so we have the player phase essentially done minus attacking. We're going to add in enemies. We're going to add in some other stuff. But we're making some great progress here. Making some great progress on this. Maybe spending too much time polishing it. Lance says, I'm tackling character animations and putting them into Blender at the moment. With luck, we'll have some movement with our RPG folks. My little project later. Very nice. Sounds awesome. Who is hosting this jam? This is the Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024, hosted by Zuperdan. You can find a link to it here. Let's look at our issue tracking. Let's see, what are we going to work on today? Try and knock a few of these easy ones off that I don't have to be super focused to finish. State icon to character renderer would be good. We have these now. We have the rest icon. I guess I need a normal icon as well, but this one would be pretty easy to add. So I think we're going to start with that. Yeah, add state icon, and then we'll do auto tile does not draw walls properly. We'll simplify the wall drawing. All right, so we're going to add a state icon here. All right, we're going to go ahead and work on this as our feature. We'll pull this out. Where's my VS Code? There you are. All right, this is the feature we're going to add next. And in this one, what I want to do is on our character cards. It's a first person. Correct, it is. This is just combat. We have the first person done. We've finished that. I'm working on the combat, so let's switch. Let's turn my crawling view on so you can see it. It's just turned off. We're in combat mode right now. Let's see. Can I? Will this work? I'm not sure if I have it easily connected here. Let's see what happens if I do this in my comment view. I probably have to turn on controllers. There's a little bit of switching that has to be done, but we're going to find out in a second here if this will work. I've been so focused on it. Yeah. So this is just combat. I wish I still had a build of the crawling mode. Let's see if this works. But yeah, we spent a lot of time building out the movement, the world. All right, it's loading. Let's see here. At the very least, it should just show the world. Man, enter play mode's taking a long time. We got so much stuff here. This is why I had it separated into scenes. We might need to do that. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's turn on my crawling controllers. Let's see, my controller. Oh, it's just loading still. There we go. So we can actually still move around. You'll notice in the background, it still has combat controls running, but here's our first person view as we're moving around. Yeah, I mean, and I have so much stuff in this scene. Zuperdan, that's why I actually am doing all of my coding outside of Unity. But we have like this sort of stuff going on still. All right, so heal, no thanks. We'll have to do some adjustments on that. So you're actually seeing like the conflicting thing with these being in the same scene. But yeah, here's our first person view. And then that scene you're seeing is that's gonna be our combat viewport. So in combat, this will show up. We'll still have some stuff behind here, and we'll have to disable the player controls when that happens. But that's what we had. Eye of the Becoder. It's true. It's true. The Eye of the Becoder. So we're just working on our combat system today. But thank you for looking out for a minute. He was like, it's supposed to be first person, and you have all this turn-based stuff going on. It's true. All right, so we want to add into our card here. It's our prefab. We have our character card. We're still waiting on some art for this, but our character can be in a few states. So we're going to see if we can add in onto our character just a little icon up here in the top right saying the state we're currently in. Okay. And so I'm going to add that out here, and I'm just going to put it up. Maybe it's in line with the name. All the layout stuff here, I don't want to disrupt it. So I'm going to add in a new sprite here. Let's add in a UI. I guess it's called an image, and we're going to call this our state image. All right. And if I come down into my icons, the icon that I want to use is we have a couple. We have our resting icon. Let's see what rest looks like here. Set to native. Why is the native so? Oh, it's because it is 16 by 16. Okay. And then we're going to put this up here in the top right corner. So if you're resting, it will show that this is your state. If you're guarding, it's going to show this is your state. So it's going to turn those on and off. And then we have if there's no state, it's just going to be off. So if you're not in any state, it's just going to be off. So that is the idea that I'm hoping to implement there. Let's have this be relative to the top right corner. Let's move it into, -2 and -2, down 2 and 2. So we have a little border, but it's nice up there in the top right corner. Okay, so this is our state icon. And I need to add this into our character card renderer, like this. And we want to say, based on the state, we got to turn this on or off and adjust the image. It's going to be an image, and I think this is the right one. Image, the state icon, like that. Let's go ahead and import Unity UI. What we're going to say is when we go to render the character based on the state, we need to decide what to do. So we can choose. There's a couple things we can do. I'm gonna create draw. If I set the image to null, I think that's what I want to do. So let's do the one. We're going to say state icon.image.sprite is going to be equal to. We're going to need to have a reference to our icons. So we need a couple different ones. Yeah, so I need a reference to these sprites. And to do that, I could do, guess I'll have to create a class to manage that. Okay, we'll go into our sprite icon. We'll create a sprite icon database. All right, public class sprite character card icon database, like this. I'm gonna make it a scriptable object so I can create an instance of one of these in our data. We'll create an asset menu for it. The file name is going to file name is going to be character card icon database. And then the menu name is going to be data character card icons, like that. This needs to have several icons in it. I'm wondering, yeah, so the different icons we have are health. So these are all going to be sprites. Health. And we're just going to add each one of these in like this. Health, armor, speed, movement, attack. I suppose we don't need all of these in here. Hang on, let's simplify. We're going to only need... I don't know if we're going to need the other ones anywhere else yet, so we'll simplify. This is going to be our normal. So really the two that I need are guard state and rest state. Those are the two I currently need. Okay, those are the two that I need. And then this needs to have a reference to our sprite icons. It's a little bit annoying that we have to attach it multiple times. Okay, sprite, character card icon database icons. And these are things that we set in the inspector. Okay. These will connect in here like that. Okay, now when we render, we can do the following. Down here, we set the icon to be based on character dot state. We're going to use a switch expression. You guys know how much I like my switch expression. So the states are going to be normal, will be null. Character state dot guard is going to be icon dot guard state. Character state dot rest icons dot rest state. And then this last case would say if we ended up with something else, we haven't defined it yet, so it's going to be a throw new not implemented exception, unknown state. This will be var state, like that. What about Bitcoder? Hello, Toms. Great to see you, my friend. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you happen to be, whatever time it happens to be. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Okay. We haven't implemented this. This will be interesting. The render no character. We need to... this will be the cabinet door. Okay, let's do a build here. Make sure we don't have any crazy things going on here. Beholder. We're going to have Meneliki, the boss in our game, is the Cosmic Horror IKEA, who happens to look like a beholder but made of meatballs. All right. Mooniz, welcome back to the stream, my friend. Happy, what is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Sorry, my brain's not working. Moon is happy to have you. Devro, great to see you again. It's a coding project that spans the bridge to the community, so bugs and bridges, bugs and bridges. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, bridges and bugs. Bridges and bugs. I like it. Folks, do you guys know? Check out Devro, folks. If you guys want to see an incredible 3D art, why can't I ever get it right? Devro? What? Oh, there it goes. I think it was right the first one. Got you. It's just slow because my system. Ryu Shinaka, welcome back to the stream, my friend. Great to see you. Will this have bit twiddling compression of levels and character data so it can fit on my 360 kilobyte floppy diskette? Look, it's open source. If you want to add that as a feature, if you want to come in and contribute to this project, it could be done. It's up to you. Really, the only limit is you, my friend. That's the only limit. Well, there are many Captain Coders. There can be only one. The Captain Coder. It's true. There can be only one. It's like Highlander. It's like Highlander, folks. Dindle, how you been, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. It's always wonderful to see you. I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday, my friend. Thank you for popping in. I must make that in real life, Metaliki. It's I'm super excited about it. Let me see you raise that sword into the air and await the quickening. The quickening. That one that doth code. The one that doth code. We do indeed. If we put a none here. Yeah, there we go. So a none will show up that way. Let's see what happens. I gotta wire this up a little bit here. So our state icon is here, and then I have to add in my icons. So I'm gonna create, let's properties. Let's go into our data. We'll create a new database here. That's gonna be our combat icon database. Nope, that was the wrong one. This is our character card icons. And we have two icons that we want to set. Let's go into our sprites, icons. We have the rest icon and we have the block icon. These are the two states we can be in. The normal state doesn't show anything. Let's see if this works. This should be applying that. Darth Blackman, welcome back to the stream. Darth Blackman, how's it going, friend? Great to have you here. Remember, everyone, swords are dangerous. Use your pens instead. As I've heard, is the pen is mightier than the sword, except in a sword duel. In a sword duel, the sword will definitely win out. I think, but like that's just like my opinion, man. That's just like my opinion. If someone should maybe someone could do a pen versus sword duel and show me how it works out. Moon is just here to say hi. Gotta head out to the hospital. Text from my leg knee. Hopefully there's no issue with you. Moon is take care, my friend. I hope it all goes well. Thank you so much for your support as always. Thank you for popping in. We appreciate you being here very, very much. All right. You'll notice there's a little. I want to add a little background thing in here. All right. So it's gonna try. If I switch to the guard state, okay. Null reference. All right, what did we miss? What did we miss? Oh, I still didn't add in this to our character here. I didn't actually add in our icon database. That's what's going on. Character card, icon database. Let's try again. I bet the dude uses an iPad, not a pen. All right. It's like Highlander. High coder indeed. So it's all that bean water. You gotta juice up. You gotta get high on life. You gotta get that caffeine flowing. So that way you can get all that code out super fast. Just blah blah blah. Go for it. You know, people are always gophering it. I prefer to squirrel it, but gophering it works too. All right, Unity. I really should have separated this out into scenes. Now everything takes so long to load. Okay. All right. All right, let's try guard state. Boom, there it is. We switched to the guard state. All right, if we switch to the rest state, let's cancel. It shows a little white icon if it's null. So we actually do want to disable it. We do want to disable it. So let's go back into our code. That makes sense. I thought I'd be able to get away with it a little bit here. And then I'm going to do state icon dot set dot game object dot set active. I'm going to say state icon dot sprite. It's not equal to null. I'm going to cheat a little bit here and say that, well, hide it if it's null. Let's say is not null. There we go. So if the icon is not null, then we'll display it. Let's build. Let's check it out again. All right. I'm fishing and wishing away. All right, so something I can do to increase this a little bit is I think if I disable in my main scene, let's wait for this to load. In my main scene, I'm gonna disable all my crawler viewport stuff. And I think it'll load a little bit faster because it's actually building out a whole map behind everything, which is fine once we're actually playing the game. But let's go ahead and disable it. Unity's kind of hefty, folks. But so are all the other game engines. I feel like I wonder how much time Unity devs spend just waiting for it to complete the domain. I should have a productivity tracker that just tracks how much time is spent. How much time do I spend waiting for a domain to be completed? Like there's a joke hiding in there somewhere, possibly, maybe, perhaps, definitely. Hold on. See, like Pro Builder going. There's all these hooks and stuff going on in there. Okay, so if I turn off, pretty sure I could just, if I just disable crawling view completely, things will run a bit quicker. It's interesting that my crawling view is so big out there. Let's see if this launches faster now. Locks in. Congratulations on number 9, my friend. Congratulations on number 9. I know when I was working on Squishy, spent over 2 minutes for each play, then another 40 seconds before the editor was responsive again. Lost a lot of time to that processor. That's right, right? It totally feels that way. I was thinking yesterday, I was like debugging UI stuff, and I was like, oh man. All of my other stuff everything was going so smoothly until I stopped writing unit tests. Come on, what's this null pointer exception? My message render is now null, so I'd have to pull that out into a separate thing. Okay, so disabling this was a bad idea. All right. Thindle, congratulations on number 10, and Navid ID Infinity. Let me know if that's not how we pronounce that. Navid Inf. I'd like to welcome Navid Inf today. You know, Navid Inf, you're so great. Thank you for following me. Navid Inf, thank you so much for the follow. Happy Wednesday. Hey, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy, where we are waiting to enter play mode. Well, the application enters play mode here. There it goes. There it goes. All right. Still actually loading it. We're in play mode, but it's still initializing a bunch of stuff there. There it goes. All right. Now we're in play mode. Skydriver, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. Congratulations on number 11. All right. We were testing out switching to guard and then canceling. And then switching to rest, switching to guard, cancel. You can only be in one state at a time. Okay.
Whoa.
Perfect. Proton. Welcome to the stream, Proton and friends. Thank you for raiding me. I'm doing absolutely wonderful, Skydriver. I hope you're having a beautiful day yourself. Always a beautiful day. We're gonna wake up and code with the crew. All right, so I think we have this icon going now, and it triggers through. We set it up in a way where it will navigate through to it will propagate through. So this guy sets guard and move, confirm. Let's move him up here just to test it out. We'll end that turn. Stays on him. So we have that. It'll reset. It should reset at the start of the next turn. We haven't implemented that part yet. So we have that. Let's get a commit in here for this. Get status, get add, get commit -m, feat, add, implement, state icon on character card renderer. We'll go ahead and push that up. Order the book you recommend me. Now it's waiting for it to arrive. Skydriver, was that the C# Player's Guide? A fantastic book. And Strider, ST Rider. Is it Strider or ST Rider? Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. Glad you came over here with Proton. How was your stream, Proton? What were you working on? All right, let's get this merged in. So, and then we're gonna work on the next one there. We're having a little issue with our walls not drawing correctly. So we're gonna simplify. I really like the idea of having these nice walls, but the auto tiling, I can't get it to work. That's not true. The auto tiling works. I don't know how to grow my map in a way that will let me have the shapes that I want. And so that is something that I don't understand how to do. And we can talk about it a little bit once we get going here, but that's the next feature I'm gonna work on. Still working on the demo. We took a look at it on Saturday. It was looking great. It was looking great. All right, so the next one we're gonna work on is dungeon map auto tile does not draw walls properly. Does not draw walls properly. I'm trying to say walls and properly at the same time. That's wall-perly. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. If you got a raid and run Proton, I know you got stuff going on. But always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. All right. Build and test and build. Get you moved in. I'm so sorry to hear that. Please relax, rest, do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, Proton, and I hope you feel well soon. Come on. There it goes. Test coverage came through. That actually means this whole thing passed. All right, so we're gonna go and merge that in, and we'll get rid of that pull request. Get checkout main, get branch, get rid of 112 there. Hang on, we'll get this pulled down, then we'll get rid of that branch. 11 hours. I don't know how anyone does it. I barely can stream for 6 hours. I'm dead. 6 hours, I'm dead. Yeah, it's a long time to stream, man. I hope you're able to rest some today. Take care of yourself, please. All right, here we go. Dungeon map auto tile does not work properly. We're just gonna simplify this. Yeah, taking care of yourself is important. Because of good painkillers. Oh boy. Yeah, I hope. I'm glad you were able to stream that long. If it was good for you, that's great. If it was good for you, that's great. So next, right now, let's go ahead and reload this. You'll see if I come over to my code here, currently in our combat map controller, we have this hard-coded map. So this is the hard-coded map we are using to draw our game state. This is the map we're drawing. I'm using auto tiling. So if I come over here and I'll show you that. Let's go into our scene. Let's go over to our combat grid. Okay. So the auto tile works nicely, except if I go into my tiles here, it works nicely at doing this. but it runs into a weird issue. So I have, let's say I have a hallway, right? So I have a hallway like that. Let's try and draw out this shape. This is the shape that I want. What does this, if I wanted to do this, I don't think it can support this particular shape here. Let me take a screenshot just so we can have this side by side more easily. Take a little screenshot of what I want that shape to look like and see if we can figure it out. And if we can't, we're just gonna simplify, switch to using a single wall tile and a single floor tile, simplify it. All right, so I wanted to put this over here so we can have it up at the same times. Keep that on top. Can I draw this shape? So the idea would be I have 2 tiles, and I think it might not be possible. I have 2 tiles, and then there should be a wall around the outside of this. 2 tiles. You'll notice we have 3 coming down like this, and then 2 tiles here. So these would be the floor tiles. 1, 2. So I have 3 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want my floor tiles like that, and then it comes down this corner. 1, 2, 2 down, like this, and then I have 4 across. 5 across, 5 across, 4 across. So this would be the shape that I want before the walls are added. So this should be the floor tiles only. And the way I've been trying to add in the wall tiles, the way I thought this would work, and it hasn't worked, is simply add in an extra space around the outside. And that tends to work pretty well, but you'll see we run into an issue. So if I add here, 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 it works. The problem starts happening as we come around the outside. So if I add this in like that, it should come up here, around the outside. Hang on, let's undo this little segment here. So it's working fine here. You'll start to see it as I add in, because I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles across there. And then it should be 5 tiles across there, 4 tiles across there. Is this 5 tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So notice it ends up with 6 tiles. So how do I draw a room that looks like this? Let's go back. Let's delete all of this. I don't think the way I have planned this out works well. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3. And so then we'd add some across the bottom. One, 2. See, I want a third space there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I want my hallway to be 2 by 2 and connected right here. So it's okay so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's so far so good. And I need the hallway here to be 2 by 2 coming down. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then I want this to be 4 across. So this would need to come out. Can we do this? One, 2, 3, 4. This wall's too far, coming out too far. So it'd be like this to be 4 out. We have to erase that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This section should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to add that, but we need to add 6, 6. So my grow function is not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've gone too far. So I'm just trying to understand how to grow my map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it is possible to draw this map. So the question is, what tiles did we add to make it work? Props Master, welcome back to the stream. Okay, I hope you will be better really fast so you can enjoy what you love to do more. Gotcha. Sorry, I missed a little bit of the chat, but yeah, I hope you're doing well also. I hope you're on the mend. I hope recovery, as much as recovery as is possible. Red Mur, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. Great to have you. So my question is, what tiles do we add to make this work? And then another question I have is, can we do, I want to do a different one. Let me draw out another one that I want to do. So I want to do a map where the inside looks like this. I'd like to be able to do things like the following. We have a, let me see if I can draw it out here. I have these tiles. So I have a 4x4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. 4. I have a single hallway that looks like this. And then another 4x4 room. Can I do something that looks like this? Let's take a screenshot of that. See if we can do this shape. I will close you. I was able to do that one. So the question is, I'm doing my wall drawing. My wall expansion code is definitely wrong. Let's keep this on top. So a 4x4 room. Let's start by creating a 4x4 room. So the inside has to be 4x4. So that's one thing I should think about. It's okay. The inside should be this. I've messed that up already. Let's come back a little bit more. Dungeons and Dimples, how are you on this beautiful day? Dungeons and Dimples, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. I want to be able to do something like this. What should these wall tiles do if I do this? I currently don't think I'm able to do this shape. Okay, so if I were to fill these in, let's see what happens if I fill in the middle. Yeah, so I can't actually do that shape, right? Because we're missing, it thinks to just draw in, that fills everything in. Dungeons, I'm great, thank you. I'm enjoying having a midweek day off because I get to catch up on some coder streams. Well, we're glad to have you. Dungeons and Dimples, incredible variety streamer, apparently has a secret surprise for us later today. Super secret surprise for us later today. So I think I'm gonna cheat here. I think I'm gonna cheat and do the following. I'm just gonna get this auto tile. If we can figure it out, we can figure it out. But I want to simplify. My answer is simplify. We're on a jam. We're on a deadline. We're on a schedule. So I'm just going to swap out. I'm going to have wall tiles and floor tiles, or just get rid of the floor tiles. We have about 4 days left. We go check out the Dungeon Crawler Jam page. We have about 4 days left. Yeah, 4 days, 4 hours. I want to finish this by Friday night so that Saturday we can just do any leftover last minute polishes in it. I'm getting really close to having it finished, or having what's called the minimum viable product. Very close to a minimum viable product. All right, so my plan right now is to try and do the following. I would like to change my walls to not include the middle tiles. Not include the middle tiles. So can I? All right, we're gonna cheat here. Cheat isn't the right word. We're gonna simplify. Let's go to Open Game Art. We're gonna just find a very simple tile, dungeon tiles. So we'll do 2D dungeon tiles. Okay, dungeon tiles. See if we can find some 32 by 32 dungeon tiles to use. Everything has these really cool stuff like this, but this is too much. This is too much. These are 16 by 16. I just want one tile for my walls, maybe a few tiles for my walls, I'm not sure. But I want to just draw the outline. I don't think I can do the single corridors that I was trying to do in using these. Dungeon tiles, let's see if there's a tag 32 by 32. We could always upscale, but I don't want to do that. Let's see if 32 by 32 gives us 32 by 32 fantasy. 32 by 32 tiles. This might work. This might work. I'm not seeing... This would probably work just for the floors. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Isn't it Thursday, Dimples? Oh, it is on Thursdays. I'm sorry. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. What happens on the jam day? Do we all get to watch the game played through? Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of different games. Probably next week we'll be playing a bunch of jam games on Sunday. And then into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll probably be playing a bunch of jam games. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is... Ooh, I really like these. We might still... yeah. Maybe we won't. I'm not sure. Let's download these. I'm going to add this to my favorites. I'll bookmark it so I can find it again. I really want wall tiles. These might be the one way to go. See, I want wall tiles that look like this. But are more colorful, perhaps. Dungeon crawler tiles. Yeah. These are really good. I like these too. Captain Enosa, congratulations on number 12. Thank you for the here lurk. With a lurk here and a lurk there. Welcome to the lurk stream everywhere. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's save these as well. I really like this tile set here. Let's look in and see if we can find one more. I'm spending too much time on this, aren't I? Okay, too much time. No time. Okay. Let's go back. Here's what we're going to do. Let's bring these in. Give me a second here. All right, continuing on here. Let's get these sprites added. We're going to our combat. Let's create sprites here. We're going to add these other ones in. These dungeon ones didn't quite work out for us, but that's okay. Let's go into my downloads folder. Let's add in. See what these look like. So we're made in 2010. Oh, they're all separate. It's not a sprite sheet on there. Let's go back to open game art here. I really want it to be a sprite sheet. Let's take a look at these. I want it to be a sprite sheet. Yeah, they're not on a sprite sheet. Let's try this one. Let's see what this one looks like. Guess technically we're not using all of them. This sprite sheet's bad. All right, let's try it here. We can always have it pack it for us. It's just now I have to dig through the sprites here. All right, but they do have them separated into floors and walls. Okay. Okay, here we go. We can do it this way. All right, we will create a folder called place folders. All right, and we're gonna do our brown brick. And then we'll bring in the dungeon floor as well. And we'll just make it. These are kind of cool. Cobble, like this. We're gonna set these to be single sprites. And these probably need to be 32. Let's add these in to our palette. Brick brown. And we have this cobble, it says cobble blood. Like that. This can be our floor, this will be our wall, and we'll just put those. I'm curious if the walls tile nice like that. Yeah, we're just gonna do something, okay, this is gonna work out much nicer. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna have a tiles, and then we're gonna have a walls. All right. So let's clear out all of these. Is there a select option yet? So I'm editing tiles. We can get rid of all of our tiles like this on the tile map. Okay, so I need to duplicate. We have tiles, and then we'll have walls, and we're gonna put walls will be filled in like so. Let's do a. Can I do a? No, we'll go ahead and do a draw. I'm bad at this. So our wall will just look like this. And if we get some multiple different walls, we can grab them. But we're going to keep it simple for now. There's our wall. Here is our floor. And so this will go on our tiles. So we have walls, we have tiles. Like that. Boom. Keep it simple. Oops. Oh my goodness. All right, keeping it simple like so. And let's draw some more walls here. A wall be around the outside like that. So this will be our dungeon. Let's erase. We're gonna have to add a new layer here for walls. All right. So let's add a layer. So we have tiles. Let's add a sorting layer. We're gonna add a sorting layer for walls. Like that. Put them here. I guess it could go on top of everything. I don't entirely know. These should never be a place where the player can actually move into. Let's make sure these look all right. All right, this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. These will actually look really, really good. We just need a reference to our walls and tiles. Let's go into our code. We need to add into our code. We have a database for our walls. Let's see, do we have a wall or combat tile database? Combat icon database. Here we go. We're going to add in icon entry name to tile base. All right, that's just for our players. And do public tile base and go with wall. Public tile base floor. And maybe we'll add in some variations. For now, let's just get it working without the variations. And now in our combat map controller, when we build, We don't want to grow the tile map. We can get rid of dungeon base. We're not going to be using dungeon base anymore. I wanted to pull that out anyway. So dungeon base goes away. And now this will be, we need a reference to our wall map. Wall map. This is why the wall map needs to be on the lower part, because it's going to be filled in an instrument. I think the grow, basically our wall map should just be the outline here. We're going to put the wall underneath. Come back in here. Our sorting layers, walls need to be underneath everything. Okay, that's what I have. And you'll see why in just a moment, I think. Because when we grow, it just says fill it in everything underneath. All right, so clear all. We'll do wall map. Clear all tiles. We're going to do our icon database dot wall. Should be on our wall map. And then for our, and now we can just do this here. We don't need the wall tile map dot set tiles. And this is going to be our to build dot tiles, and the icon database is going to be our floor. And here it's going to be our to build dot tiles, like this. Now it should draw the correct shape. Let's find out. We may find that my grow function just doesn't do really what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get out. Let's take out minus. Hang on, let's organize these. Here it is. This is the one I want. We don't need that one now. Let's do all of the orthogonals. Joda B, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. Happy day. Happy Wednesday. If you want to get some more points, just hang out for a little while. They accumulate faster than you might think. And when we finish features, oh, in fact, we finished a feature earlier for everyone. You were here to witness it. 125 points, just because I forgot to give it. 125 points. We finished that feature a little bit earlier. All right, so here's our orthogonals. Here are our diagonals. Yeah, get that dance in. Nice little dance there. Okay, let's do a build now. We'll hop back into Unity. Hopefully this will work well. Grown.union with. This will grow a single tile. Okay. Let's have this rebuild here. Just knocking a couple easy features out on stream, because it's hard for me to focus on stream too much. All right, well, this is building, checking on something else. Now water's good. That bean water's good. Some great music here. We're listening to music by Kilted Ninja, everybody. Might be a little bit quiet for you guys. And it should be back there. It's nice, chill vibes. Oh, come on, Unity. Why does it take so long? I don't understand this part, like why this takes so long. Are there really that many managed libraries that it has to link with? And then it's going to have to do like a screen redraw here in a second. Yeah, so it's still actually doing stuff. Now that I'm streaming, what's interesting is now that I'm streaming, it feels even slower. Which makes sense. OBS is taking up some resources, right? All right, so let's go into our database here. And we need to make sure we update our combat icon database. And so this is going to be our cobble for our floor. And then our wall was brick brown. Okay, like that. So we have that added. And then in our combat map controller, hang on. Controllers. Combat map controller, there was a wall map we have to connect now. Walls. Okay. So each one of these should control a different... I drew that onto the tiles here. We should get rid of those. And I'm going to add that to our walls. Not that it should matter here, but just so for sanity purposes. Okay, so tiles... characters, map info, cursor map, grid. Okay. Let's try it, folks. Will it build? Did we miss something? We'll find out momentarily. Hang tight, everybody. Here we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure OBS is using up some of the resources that Unity was previously using. Because I'm seeing now I'm getting like drop frames saying there's little messages in OBS saying that it's struggling. Ah, interesting. We may need to... Okay. Not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. Interesting. Okay, so we didn't do wall tiles.clear. That didn't happen. Even though we should have. Combat map control. I must have... Yeah, I attached the wrong thing into it. Alright. Try again. Walls. I just dragged the wrong thing in there. OBS is hungry. Yeah, well, walks in. What I really need to do is get a separate computer to do the streaming and encoding, right? And then I can work on this one, and then I have to have a, what is it called? Like a capture card where I capture my output from this computer onto that one and then broadcast it. So then it doesn't affect. This is why I don't do video. Yeah, exactly. I don't do video editing on stream anymore because it's so GPU intensive. It kills the stream. Last summer we tried it out. We did it was okay, but it was rough. It was really, really slow to do video editing on stream, and it degraded the quality of the stream quite a bit. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Not amazing, but it's pretty good. Now we can see how we have this map now is actually represented properly. All right, so now let's see what it looks like. Let's give ourselves some movement. Yeah, now the map draws properly. You can tell with the corners. It's not the best, but these are just placeholders while we wait for some art to come in so our character can perform the move here. You can exert a couple times and then move a little bit more. Like that. Okay. All right, so we got that in. We've updated that. That's just a little annoying fix that we had to get in there. So this is a feature that we can go ahead and close up. Isn't it easier to just get a new GPU for the stream than other PC for coding. So then you have to have 2 GPUs in your computer, right? So then your single computer has to have 2 graphics cards. And I actually did that. My computer actually now has 2 graphics cards in it. The issue is that it turns out there was like some issue with, I think maybe OBS couldn't, there's something wrong with the selecting the graphics card to use for a game. Oh, that's what it was. If you're using a graphics card to render on one, OBS needs to be using the same one. So it was like you had to be using the same one anyway. So OBS wouldn't output anything that was being rendered by a different graphics card. Just chatting, but actually doing some work with the PC. Yeah, exactly. So the problem is that the graphics card is in use, right? And so I need to get a separate one there. It's interesting because you would think I wouldn't need it because I'm not doing like high performance gaming or anything like that, but it was interesting to discover. Okay, so we fixed this issue. That was much quicker than I thought it was going to be. Let's go ahead and add this in as well. Yeah, but you need a separate computer, right? So now I need a capture card and a separate computer, and so that's just like one more level of annoyance that I got to put together. Also, folks, if you guys don't know, Props Master, incredible streamer as well. Be sure to go check him out. If you're not following Props Master, give him some love. Go check it out. Props Master, what have you been doing on stream lately? But give him some love, folks. Click that heart. You see this little heart icon? Click it. Give us a love. Go check out Props Master. I know you guys are out there lurking. Attention all lurkers. This is your captain speaking. Please direct your attention to the chat. There's a beautiful little green heart waiting to be clicked, waiting to be loved. Give Props Master some love, folks. You're welcome, Props Master. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. All right, let's do a git add, git status. Feature add wall map. Add wall map. There we go. To combat map. Lance, we appreciate you, my friend. I also forgot to give Proton a shout out. Let's give Proton a shout out in just a moment, folks. Proton, thank you again for the raid. Sorry for getting the shout out there. Right. So we're making good progress. Let's go look. Let's get that pull request started. And then let's look at what feature we're going to do next. All right. We got this one. The enemy turn is going to be interesting. Attacking, we can implement the attack phase as well. That's probably what I want to start doing on stream. Compare and pull. I did. So they were 16 by 16. So my grid is 32 by 32. It was 16 by 16 before. And so they were fuzzy. And then they also weren't tiling properly. So I just swapped them out for a single one. I was trying to do something fancy with wall tiling, but this just looks cleaner now. But yeah, the wall tiles were the wrong resolution previously. One thing we got to do is in our Atlas, actually. Atlas. I should have typed dungeon. I need to rename this thing. It's in our sprites. I need to put the word Atlas at the end of it. Icons. Oh my goodness. Can I do type dungeon? Let's just look for dungeon. These all have the word dungeon in them now. Dungeon palette. Type Atlas. See, because I don't know the exact type of it. I need to make, all right, let's do another. Create 2D sprite Atlas. Type sprite Atlas. There we go. Combat. Oh, it did have the word Atlas. I'm just dumb. Okay, so we're no longer using this. Let's take this one out of our Atlas. And then we're gonna add in the new sprites that we added. So our place, save. So our placeholders. Come on, Atlas. Properties. All right, let's go into our sprites. Sprites, spritz, placeholders. We want to add these in here just to get them looking a little bit nicer. And we will pack and apply. Okay, I didn't apply and I closed it. Combat. Is there no apply? I guess not. All right, so that looks nicely. Creating the Atlas, if you'll get some tearing stuff, the Atlas, make sure that they line up better and more perfect here. Royku, welcome back to the stream, my friend. Dungeons, Dimples, welcome back. If I missed the answer to the question, what happens on the jam day? Do we all get to watch the game played? So there will probably be 100 plus, probably about 100, 150 games. So the day, probably on Sunday. So there's this how many people have signed up for this jam, 1,363. We'll probably end up with about 90 to 100, somewhere between, I'd say 80 and 160 actual game submissions. I will probably try and play as many as I can. So on Sunday, I'll probably be playing lots of game jam entries. So we'll probably start the stream a little bit later on Sunday, and then I'll play entries, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be doing that, and then Thursday, Friday, I'll be off on that stream. But yeah, people get to play them and check them out, and then you rate them. Raiku, welcome back to the stream, my friend. Linux Mint, nice. How are things going? Otherwise, I'm doing absolutely wonderful, my friend. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. And JD, welcome back to the stream. Folks, if you guys don't know JD, JD does dev. JD does art. JD does Godot.
Like you're talking with Captain. Let me see if I can do my Captain impression. I am not the Captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the Captain.
JD does impressions as well. Thank you so much for the impression, JD. Thank you for being here. But yeah, we'll be able to play a bunch of these. Zuperdan says, I wish my name was John Dune or Dune John. Look, just get that name change. Whoa. Shadowless Dev, thank you for raiding. Thank you for being here today. We got Shadowless Dev raiding us. This stream is sponsored by Shadowless Dev. Raid Shadowless Dev. Thank you so much for being here, Shadowless. I hope you're having a beautiful day, folks. I'll give you a shout out in just a minute. We just gave one, so the little button won't let me give me a shout out for another 60 seconds. What were you doing on your stream, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for bringing your friends, your crew, your people here. That was the worst dad joke of the day. I missed. I guess I don't understand. I'm sorry. Zuper Dan, will you be my dad? Will you be my dad, Zuper Dan? All right, so we made a minor change here. So let's add that in. Git add commit-m. Let's do an amend, actually. So it's really part of the last thing we did. We'll do a forced push-up. Dune John Dungeon. Dun John. Oh, done, because I read it as Dune. Dun John. Look, Zuperdan. That could be your name. That could be your graphing and JavaScript for a Raspberry Pi Pico project monitoring an air compressor. That sounds fabulous. Is the method killing them anonymously? The best I can do is John Doe. Done John. Right. JD, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Get those JDs in, folks. Let's see if I can give a shout out here to shout out Shadowless Dev. So Shadowless Dev, let me ask you, is your room just super bright? Also, folks, be sure to give Shadowless Dev some love. I'm about to click that heart button, and you should too, right there. Shadowless Dev coming in here, bringing your crew with us, raiding us out. Check them out. Click that heart. Give them some love, folks. Don't let it disappear. Don't let it disappear. You got to know. Look, we look at that pentagram. Boom. Let's see if I can draw a pentagram. Boom. Shadow. Hang on. Shadowless Dev. Shadowless Dev, I have a question for you. Is it that you're just in a very bright room, so there's no shadows? Or is it because you're a vampire? Do vampires have shadows? Or is it that vampires don't have a reflection? I can't remember. But I'm dying to know. Yeah, it's bright. Got that commercial lighting. Perfect. Good to know. Rick says, I'm not taking part in this jam, letting other people have a chance to win this time. It's true. Royku, you took all the wins last time. No reflection. If you don't have a reflection, does it also mean you don't have a shadow? Or is that an urban myth? All right, so we got this in here. Let's get this merged in. Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. They have as many shadows as they want. Ooh. And they can turn into a fine mist, right? So they can like escape through vents. They can move through to bars. That's not urban myth, it's just wrong. Okay, well, that's okay too. Look, the captain's not perfect. I get things wrong too. And anyone who's been here will know I get it wrong all the time. So let's go ahead and clear out this 113 branch. We got the dungeon map tiles tiling better now. All right, let's add in. Let's look at the issues that we have left here. We have a lot of them. Plan out the enemy turn. I want to start by getting the enemies drawn onto the screen. Thank you for the Googles. We got to update that. We need to get the wide Google image there. Thank you for the Google goggles. I appreciate it. Folks, if you don't know, who do I want to shout out next? We got Dimples. I don't know if, let's give it a second here. Yes, Red, exactly. Was getting it wrong most of the night. D3JS documentation is hard to read. Documentation can just be hard to read, right? It's always so interesting reading documentation, reading the friendly manual. It's a skill to be able to read documentation. It's a skill to be able to write good documentation. It's all a mess. It's all fancy. It's all dandy, and difficult. Dimples, what is the surprise tomorrow? Dimples, tell me. I gotta know. What is the surprise tomorrow? I'm dying to know. Dimple's gonna surprise us on her stream tomorrow. If you guys don't know Dungeons and Dimples, be sure, if you want to watch a variety streamer, stream variety of things.
She's taken particular offense to this pile
Hilarious.
of snow and is just attacking it with all of
Beautiful.
her arrows.
Fun little
What are you
environment
doing,
over there.
honey?
Go give her some love, folks.
Die, snow.
Fun little stream, fun little community over there. If you want to become a Dimpleton in Dimpletown, go follow Dungeons and Dimples, folks. And if you want to know what the big surprise is, got to check her stream out tomorrow afternoon for my time. I think it's evening for her. But super fun stuff going on there. Loves asking random me on benches to play card games with me. Random Min, Dungeons and Dimples, well known for her walking around asking people to play card games with her in courtyards. Random Min. Goth Chicken, thank you so much for the follow. Goth Chicken, thank you for following the Captain Coder. Goth Chicken, thank you for following me. Goth Chicken followed me, and I'd like to say thank you. Goth Chicken, welcome to the Captain's Crew. Goth Chicken, what a name. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Okay, what are we going to do next? We got to do a little bit of enemy stuff. All right, let's add an issue here. Welcome to the stream, Goth Chicken. Add enemy sprites. Okay, so add enemy. I need an enemy card. Create enemy. So there's a couple things. Add enemies to combat map controller. So it's none of them show up on the screen yet. Let's do a thing where we're going to add our enemies to the combat map controller so we can actually see them. Okay. This is what I want to start working on. Create a branch. We're going to pull this out. The songs never disappoint. I'm glad you enjoy it, Captain Anosa. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sometimes I do. Oh, also we finished a feature, so points at all. 100 features to all you beautiful people out there. So we finished one. Captain Certainty makes you want to make countless bot accounts, so he'll sing to you again and again. Yeah, and it happens. It happens. We get a lot. One day we were just getting followed by all these names, just random numbers. Seemed like random numbers. Maybe they were real. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. So in our combat map, we have position, we have enemies. So what's interesting is our enemy right now is just this placeholder. Just this placeholder here. And so there's a few things we need to be able to do. If you unfollow and follow again, you most likely get a song again. Oh no, Redbird, don't tell them. You lose your followage though. You lose your so if you do followage, it shows you Captain Coder. It shows you how long you find. If you unfollow and refollow, your followage resets. That's the only downside, or the major downside. I'm not sure if it's the only or the major. It's one of them. See, look, Dungeons & 5 months, Dimples. It's already been 5 months. Holy cannoli and guacamole there. All right, so there's a couple things I want to do. Our enemy, Red Mer with the 9 months, fabulous. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Captain Osa, 2 months. Can't believe it's been 2 months. Roiku, a year and a month and 2 days and 23 hours. Over a year. JD and almost to the 1 year club. JD almost in the 1 year club, folks. Feels like we've known each other for years, but also not even for 5 months. Dimples, I'm glad you feel the same way. Super Dan, that looks about right. That's right around the time of the last Dungeon Crawler Jam. Super almost a year as well. It's coming up on it. Okay, so an enemy needs a few things. That's jam time, yeah. So an enemy's gonna have a few things. The first one is I want to have an enemy card. Do I really need an enemy card, or can I just go straight to enemy? So I'm basing this off of a board game. Here. And in the game, you have these enemies. So the card, different types of enemies. So for example, this giant here has stats. Let's zoom in a little bit. Bring you on in, bring you on down. Come on down to Funk Town. Let's get that camera to, come on, you can focus. I believe in you, camera. I believe in you. Let's grab another monster card. Do I have more monster cards sitting over here? Maybe. All right, so this would be the giant card. And then there'd be a thing like an ogre card. And the card itself defines the enemy's base information, their max health, how much they move, how much armor they have, if they have any abilities on them like that, which dice they use, if it's a ranged attack. So part of me feels like we should have these base cards, and then we can just construct enemies using the base cards and they have special abilities or follow the same pattern. In this game, they have special abilities. In my game, I don't know yet. The answer is I don't know yet how much time we have. I know I want to have just basic enemies that move and attack. And then if we have time, which we won't, we might add in some bonus things like this down at the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna go with the enemy card, and an enemy has an enemy card plus some stats on them. Okay, so that's the plan here. So our enemy card will have a string name. That'll be the name that displays. They're gonna have an int speed. They're gonna have an int health. They're going to have an int armor. And these should be called base. Like that. We'll keep it simple like this. We might actually add in a few more things. We need to have this concept of an attack as well, but I'm not going to add that just yet. We will end up adding that later. Enemy card here, what we'll do is I'm still going to make these record types, but I'm going to make them initable like this. So it'll be a public string name get init like that. Some sort of modifier. Do the attributes have some sort of they could, right? So for the enemies, this is, you could think of this as max health, right? You could think of it as maximum health rather than base. So max health might be better. On the players, you're going to have armor, and that could potentially increase your armor amount. This is going to be an int base speed. Speed feels like, go with base speed, because I think it's just going to make sense. Or speed, it's the speed that's on your card like that. Let's go with speed. Health. Int armor, like that. Format document. The default for this is 0. Let's have the default be 2 for health. Let's have the default be 3 for movement. And I feel like name might need a specific one. We'll call this unnamed monster. Okay. An enemy is going to have an enemy card. Public. Public. Enemy card. Have this have an init as well, and the default is just going to be a new enemy card like so. That defines our enemy. Let's come over. One thing our enemy actually needs is an ID as well to be able to distinguish them from each other. So I'm going to go with a public int ID. And you'll be able to specify this, but two enemies should have unique IDs. And what I will do, we can make it a GUID as well. Exactly, Redmer. So this is the base stats for an enemy, and then this is the actual enemy itself. So the enemy will have things like public int wounds. So this is how much damage it has taken. And we'll be able to say, okay, is the enemy dead? When it takes wounds, you increase the wounds on the enemy itself, and then the amount of health remaining. This is why I was going to call this max health. Let's call it max health like that. Int wounds here. So you end up with public int health is max health. Is going to be card max health minus wounds, like so. And then public bool is dead, goes to health less than or equal to 0, like that. Okay, so we can define some of these things. Well, Kilted Ninja, welcome back, folks. We are listening to some of beautiful music here by Kilted Ninja. Thank you so much for giving us these, sending these along. Incredible music, fabulous music, I will say. Okay. Nyxalith, welcome. Now, congratulations on number 16, 15, and 16. Yeet, indeed, yeet. Does anyone know what the opposite of a yeet is? So yeet is to throw something, right? Yeet is launching something, throwing something. I recently learned that the word that is the opposite of yeet is yoink, JD. Indeed it is. I learned that the opposite of a yeet is a yoink. So you can yeet something, or you can yoink something to bring it closer. You can yeet it away or yoink it towards yourself. So this is what we have for our wounds, health. Yeet and yoink is great. Exact, right, Dungeons? Right, Dimples? Okay. So our combat map has enemies on it. We can specify those. We need an ID. Oh, I was going to do this thing. Public static int next ID. Get private set, and this starts out at 0, and the default here is next ID ++. So this is a little trick you can do to create GUIDs. All right, we can manually specify it as well, but this is a little trick you can do. It says, all right, enemies are going to be unique based on their IDs. Okay, and so you could do it this way to be able to say, are these two things equivalent? And then you get the next ID. When you construct this thing, you get the next ID, and then you increment it like that. I use a tool called Zoom It. We yeet into a raid and we yoink some loot. I hate it when they yoink and yeet my stuff. Toms. Me too would be, yeah, so it's a presentation tool. It lets you draw all over the screen. You can change colors. You can write text, hello world. I think it's a fabulous tool. I'm a big fan of it. I love using it. Okay, so let's go over to our combat map controller here. And we're going to add in some enemies to the map we set up here. And we can do that in the following way. We'll do enemies equals new. position enemies like this. Let's add a few enemies to this board. Have a beautiful lunch. Thank you for the lurk, Redmer. Here we go. I'm sure we're going to have a blast. All right, so let's do a new position. We're going to add an enemy to our board. It's a little bit hard to see the size of this board. All right, I'm going to take this board. I'm going to put it down here with some comments on it so that we can put some numbers to make it a little bit easier. Hang on. Let's do a multi-line comment like this. And then I'm just going to add in some labels on here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this would be, put a space in there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. So it's easier for me to see what they are here. It hides my cursor. Are using the latest version. So they do release updates on it pretty regularly. Control 4. Seems to work okay for me when I exit out. Yeah. Some extra. Not quite sure if these are off. What is off on these? I'm going to assume this is okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think we got it okay. Let's put an enemy at 5, 1. 5, 1. We'll create an enemy here. We're going to do a new. Ooh, we got to create some base cards. We got to create some base cards. Public, static. Class enemies. Public static enemy card, skeleton card. And this is just going to be a skeleton card is going to go to new card. Name equals skeleton. And then all of the other, a skeleton, skeleton, like that. Will it always just get a new next idea that increments? That's correct. That's correct. We want these to be unique. We want it to be unique. When you make a new enemy, you get a unique one. You can also specify it if you really want to. But that's the idea, is that every time you create a new enemy, the ID increments. So if you make 2 enemies, you can tell them apart. 2 enemies that are identical, you can tell them apart by their IDs. Everything else is the same except ID. No, it won't. It won't, because it's a single equals. It would be if I did this, it would increment. The get here sets it once into the backing field. The forward arrow makes it a method call. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a fantastic. It's the initial value. Yeah, will make explaining so much better. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I use it. I'm a teacher, so I use it when I'm teaching. I use it when I'm streaming. Absolutely fabulous tool. They know me by the notches on my blade from the fallen enemies. Prophets, welcome back to the stream, my friend. Glad to have you. Con queso with cheese. Welcome to the stream. You know, who do you know that likes nachos? Con queso. Who do you know that likes burritos? Con queso. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the crew. It never was the same before you. Con queso. Thank you so much for the follow. What a wonderful name. Welcome to the stream. Creative Mouse, welcome back as well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm having an absolutely wonderful day so far. Yeah, Power Tools is really good as well. I use it all the time. We are working on our Dungeon Crawler Jam entry. We are working on our enemies here a little bit. We're gonna create 2 enemies. We have a skeleton card. Let's create another, let's go with Beast Man card. Like this, is gonna be a Beast. Let's go with a Beast. Beast card. Like this. Beast Man is going to have a speed of, speed of, let's make the skeletons fast. Skeletons will be fast. Speed equals 5. Oh, we're gonna have to have in like attacks and stuff. We'll add those in later. Speed equals 3. Armor equals 1. And max health is equal to 4. These will be like some beefy guys. You're watching anime and reading some manga until my eyes bleed. Dimple slides over and puts chili sauce on Profits. Yeah, that's right. Take that, Profits. Take that. Yesterday, Profits came into the stream and licked me while I was at Dimples. Oh, yikes! We got a little bit of a fight going on over there. A little bit of a fight going on over there. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So now we're gonna come in here. We're gonna create 2 new enemies. And we're gonna say card is equal to skeleton. Oh, we're gonna create a queue. Skeleton card enemies dot skeleton card like this. Let's put another skeleton. 5, 6. Let's put one at 7, 1 as well. And we'll put some Beastmen in here. Hang on. What's happening? Oh, I'm missing I need one more. There we go. Put some Beastmen in here. Imagine getting unwillingly licked Toms. I'll tell you what. It's not a pleasant experience. We should make Dimples play this live. That's a good idea. Dimples, are you up to the Dragons Challenge? Let's move us down here to 6. Make sure we're not, 6. And then we'll do another one, which will be 7 and 5. All right, we'll make this a Beastie Boy beast card like this. We need to be able to draw these onto the screen now, so we have our basic map here. And you'll summon Ciatan. That's how we pronounce it here. I imagine maybe it's pronounced Ciatan. Say-itan? We'll know. JD, it's a fun stream. It's a fun stream. That's what it's a fun stream. Okay, so now when we go to draw, let's go to our combat map controller. It's gluten. Everyone knows it's gluten. All right, so our character map, we want to now set the tiles of our player characters and their keys. We also need to do character map. We're gonna add in, this is gonna be our enemies like this. We take the keys and then we're gonna pull out the enemies at each position. Enemies, get tile needs to, all right, we're gonna have to add in another one of these. Come on, let me add this in. Of P, combat is, what is it called? Enemies is correct. To build enemies, cannot convert, oh, it's just telling me, okay, we need to add in an overloaded public tile base. Get tile, this needs to take an enemy. We're actually taking an enemy card. We'll go with just enemy. We can pull the card out from that. And then we're gonna do the same thing as this. We just gotta swap it in. E.name. It's gonna be E.name. Where's this E coming from? This is our entry.name is equal to our enemy.card.name. There we go. Let's do a build. If I make it with garlic, I'm safe from vampires and people with celiac disease. Some people just have a celiac, what is it called? A sensitivity. I know my sister's not allergic to it, but it upsets her stomach if she eats too much gluten, so she stops. Or maybe my sister has celiac. I can't remember now. I feel like I should know. I just know my sister. We always get this delicious gluten-free pizza. Cauliflower crust pizza is really good. Ryan, great to see you, my friend. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome back to the stream. We're about to run this and see if our enemies get drawn. Then we shouldn't be able to move into their spots. Never tried tickling your celiac to see how sensitive it is? It's probably a good call. And then when we were in Massachusetts, we did this awesome trip in Massachusetts. I don't remember where we were, but the pizza they had was so good. So good. Come on, complete your domain. The domain is so slow. Unity. Why's your domain take so long to build? We thought my oldest had a gluten allergy for a while. It wasn't easy finding food for
If you
her.
want to feel like you're talking with Captain, let me see if I could do my Captain impression.
Thank you for the
I
JD.
am not the Captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the Captain.
There it is, folks. JD does it all. We thought my oldest had a gluten allergy for her. It wasn't easy finding food for her. Yeah, it can be tough. two JDs to Ryan. Congratulations on your JDs, my friend. JD, I never have time. Never. And well, matching the sprite cobble, please pack your atlas. That's what I thought. Okay. I had pressed that. All right. All right. Come on. Whew. Unity. So slow. It's okay. It's powerful. It's what we know. We're having a lot of fun. It takes twice as long when I'm streaming, I swear. I swear it wasn't taking this long last night. Entering play mode. Look how long it takes to enter play mode. There we go. Alright, so we don't have our sprites for our enemies yet, but I'm already seeing them being drawn using the default sprite, which is great. So there's our default sprites. Yeah, there we go. I need a way to move around on this view as well. So that's something. Let's add a little. Let's add a that would be a nice to have. Let's add a new issue. Move around on combat map. View combat map / move around combat before selecting a character. Yeah, we need something like that. That might be pretty easy to add as well. Hyper, HYPER. Hyper, welcome back to the stream. All right, so we got our enemies added in. I'm pretty sure I don't have my attacks in yet, but now that I have them on the board, I should have set these up to make sure I couldn't move through them. I should have had them set up in a way that they were blocking a path. We definitely can't move them. We can move through them diagonally, which is cool. All right, we have them in here. They're being rendered. Let's add in some sprites for them. Let's go add in some basic sprites. Let's get some placeholders. 32 by 32. Let's search for a skeleton. Ooh, skeleton. I don't want a skeleton portrait. Ooh, do we get a skeleton in this? I already have this pack. All right, cool. I already have this pack. Let's put this skeleton in there. Excuse me. Okay. In our sprites, we have our placeholder portraits. Let's add a skelly man here. Sidrin, thank you for the whoa. All right, skeleton. Like that. So we got our little skeleton in there. And then let's add this guy as our beast. There we go. So now we should be able to render those. Let's go into our icon database. Thank you for the sus. And Sidran, congratulations on number 19, my friend, getting those bonus points. Thank you for all the doys and clouds and all the excitement. Thank you for all the excitement. Character combat icon database. I appreciate it. All right, so we got to add in some more. So we're going to add in skeleton. Boom. Oh, that's not what I want. I need to come over here. I'm going to lose this if I don't. So let's properties that out. Skeleton. Like that. Skeleton. And then for our beast. There we go. We'll swap it out like so. Let's do it. And there's probably want to have some way to inspect the enemy, but we'll probably just ignore that for now. It's a game jam game. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be close, playable, fun. And sometimes I get lost in the weeds. Taking notes, Thetra. Thank you for being here, folks. Do you guys know the incredible, the unstoppable, the infallible Thetra, incredible game dev streamer, working in Unity, makes some of the most amazing game jam games I've ever seen. Be sure to check out extended with Twitch integration. I'm having so much fun with this. I say that about every project I do, right? I'm like, I feel like maybe we might continue with this combat system after the jam. All right, so there we got our skeletons added in. Sidran, thank you for the hat redeem. We're gonna here, you get a bonus, you get a special IKEA hat. There we go. All right, thank you for the hat redeem, Sidran. We'll keep that there. We're gonna be taking a break in just a second, so we will probably have to. I'll give you a bonus hat when we come back. All right. Ooh, cool. So we got our beasts, we got our skeletons. Very nice. That wasn't too hard. It looks easy to extend it. That's a good point. Yeah, not too hard to extend this stuff here. Adding it into Twitch would be really interesting. Have each, that's a cool idea. Have everyone in chat be a character on the map somewhere, and like I have such crazy ideas right now in my head for how we could do something like that. All right, so we have our can't buy those here in Denmark. IKEA has very approved. Can't buy those in Denmark. Sidran, that's hilarious. Okay, let's do a commit here. We got our enemy basic and .NET format. Oh, we got to go into. Hang on. Why are we here? Close you. We got so many terminals. .NET format. Welcome to the lurk mode, Props Master. Hope you enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna get this committed, and then we're gonna take a break. We're gonna get ourselves some more bean water. We're gonna get ourselves some more hydration water. Can you turn that feature off, Captain, so Unity doesn't always update going into play mode? It's instant. Unity. Oh, you can turn that off. Tim, let's see if we can fix that. I'm really curious about that. Git commit mesh m. This was a chore. Or it was a feature. Add enemy card / enemies to combat map controller renderer. Okay. What I want to implement next is the enemy's turn. When it's the enemy's turn, they're gonna move and attack. We don't have an attack defined, but we're gonna have them move for now. See if we can figure that part out. Tim, you're saying I can. Going into play mode, there's some set. Is it a project setting or a preferences? Because if I can figure it, that would be great. Or are you just saying that the reload? If you have a link, send it to me. Project settings, editor, then click enter play mode options and leave the other. Here on. Edit, project settings, play mode, enter editor. And you have enter play mode. All right, enter play mode settings, enter play mode options, and we leave them unchecked. Reload domain, reload scene. Ooh. Oh, Tim. Points. Add. Oh, that's amazing. That's worth 500 points. That's worth 500 points. I did not know about that tidy little thing there. All right. That is so good. That is so good. I love that. Thank you so much. You help for once. You're always helping, my friend. You're always helping. That's a new one. I didn't know about that. Fabulous. Okay. Let me adjust. All right. I keep saying let's do one more thing. So we got to take a break. We're approaching 2 hours. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to top off my bean water. I'm going to get some hydration in me. And then we'll be back in just a moment. Sidrin, remind me when we get back. If I forget, I owe you a hat. I owe you a hat because it was so close to the break. We'll be back, folks. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, the captain's back. Sidron, as promised, let's get a bonus head on here for you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Since you gave me that right before I went on break, want to make sure we keep that bonus head in there. We're not back in. Normally do some stretches, but we're gonna hop back in, get right into it. Continue working on adding enemies to our combat controller. One thing that let's do. We're gonna be raiding out in about an hour. So use exclamation point Q name. Suggest someone to raid. All right. You can suggest someone to raid here. In about an hour, we'll be raiding out. But if you know someone new to streaming, if you know someone who's doing the Dungeon Crawler Jam, if you know someone who is new in this category, let me know. We'll go check them out. Is that 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, or 21? We only use story points. All right, we're gonna hop back in here. We did actually get this add enemies to combat map, so we did do that. That wasn't too bad. One thing I want to do is in our combat map, not combat map, but our combat controller. One thing I want to be able to do is perform an enemy's move. So I'm gonna I would like to implement perform enemy move next, where the enemy chooses. Do you mind if I ask, what was the Unity Editor play mode setting thing again? Yeah, let's go to it, because that was really cool. So we found that if we come into our project settings, so it's project settings editor, and then specifically the enter play mode settings, these were the options here. Reload domain and reload scene here. So this would like probably do some stuff where it refreshes and reloads it. This is probably just making it a little bit easier to load. There's probably some weirdness that might happen if you have these off, right? But I'm okay. I'm okay with that. There's some cool settings in here that I've never seen before. Look, I'm so new to this stuff. Yeah, nice little thing there. So it makes the scene start up much quicker, right? Because now it doesn't have to recompile, rebuild the scene. It just uses the version that is there. One thing is probably if you do stuff in your constructor for any of your game objects, they probably don't rerun. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it doesn't actually do the reload. Okay. What I would like to do here is in our combat controller. I might actually make something that's a separate class called like enemy logic. That's gonna do some stuff for us, but I want to have a public static void move enemy. So this is gonna or plan any move, get enemy move. Okay, and this is given a combat map, and then an enemy to move. Really, I want it taking a position, enemy position. This is going to plan out the enemy's move, and it's going to give us back the IEnumerable of positions of a move that the enemy will take. So it plans the enemy's move. So what's important about this is that the player is able to interrupt the enemy during their turn if they're in a mode. So we actually have to get these positions out so we can like highlight it and actually animate the enemy moving across it with player the ability to actually interrupt it there. Cricket, good morning, my friend. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. Let's do a get enemy move here. And the way this is going to work is, first off, if there's no enemy at that position, and maybe we should write some tests for this. Because going back and forth into Unity is very painful. So let's maybe think about writing some tests for it. Let's go into, We'll have this throw new not implemented exception. I have found that writing test is actually making, I know that it feels like it's going to slow me down, but I have found that writing these tests actually in the long run feels like it speeds up, because I've written very few bugs when I write these tests when I'm dealing with Unity, and the Unity reload time is so excruciatingly slow compared to just writing my unit test. So we're going to do that. Combat map should, and I think I'm gonna make a second one here for our enemies. Okay, so I'm gonna break this into a second class here. New file is gonna be our enemy combat controller. We might rename that one to player combat controller, but just to keep them separated, 'cause you got to keep it separated, as the wise band once said. Combat controller. Let's pull this out into a separate chunk of logic. Combat enemy combat controller. Oh me, oh my. All right, folks, do you guys know the incredible Cricket? Cricket, thank you so much for being here, my friend. Incredible streamer, Godot game developer, writing Godot but using using Godot but writing it in C#, making a train simulator. How's your train simulator coming along? Okay, so now I can create a second test. So there's fewer. It'll just make this a little bit cleaner. Let's create a new one. Enemy combat controller should. Okay, and then I'm gonna steal the top of this. Enemy combat controller should. We're gonna say public void get enemy move. And the rules for how the enemy moves is enemy moves. Retrieves the moves an enemy plans to take. An enemy moves toward the nearest player, nearest character, player character. If there is a tie, moves toward the player character with the least HP. There is a further tie, choose the player character with the, there's a tie, choose the player character that choose the player character as a tie, arbitrary tiebreaker. So really the thing that matters is move near the player with the least HP if there's a tie. Okay, and maybe we just say move near towards the nearest player character and we ignore the part where there's a tie. Just keep it simple. So let's set up a test here. All right. Get enemy move should get enemy move toward move, and we're not going to do a tiebreaker here. So this looks like the following. We should have a map. All right, so we're going to have a test map. Let's pull this out, and do we have any member data? Yeah, we do. It's going to look like this. Boom. Get enemy move data. And so we have to build a map. We're going to place some enemies, and we have to think about what the movement should look like at the end of the day. So we are going to place some player characters on a map. We'll place 2, and the enemy should move towards the nearest player. make it a little bit bigger of a map, so we have some more space to work. This is not working. There it goes. We will still this. And we're going to put our enemy here. We'll put a player here and here, like this. We want to be able to move through other enemies as well. So we're going to put 2 enemies on the board here, and we'll test some things out. This one's just a simple get enemy move. Move. No obstacles. Okay. So we're going to have a few here. So the move on this one should be empty. All right, so it's going to be a position array. The enemy is already near a player. Enemy is already adjacent to a PC. Does not move. Okay. So our inputs to this are going to be string map, string setup, and then the last one is going to be our position array expected moves, like this. So we're going to do a theory. We're going to do a member data name of get enemy data here. Let's add another entry into this. So let's move our player a little bit further away. So the enemy, ooh, we need to specify how much distance the enemy can move as well. We'll say in this setup, A and B are player. We're gonna do this. Make this an A. A player character. 1 is the enemy who has 3 movement points, who has a speed of 3. Just to make sure that we keep it simple. Okay, so we're gonna initialize it there. We should be able to move 1, 2. We should move towards this player, so it should be new position. This would be position 0, 1, 2, 3. 3, comma, so 0, comma 3. But it's the step we're going to take, so it's actually 0, comma 2. 0, comma 1. Enemy moves 2 spaces to reach player, like that. Let's put the player further away. So this direction. A. Enemy moves 3 spaces to reach player. So this should be, the first one would be 1, comma 3. 2, comma 3. And then finally 3, comma 3. Oops. Three spaces to reach player. And then the next one is going to be that it moves towards the player, but doesn't reach the player. So if we put them here, enemy moves 3 spaces toward player. Okay, like that. So it's going to move 3 spaces toward the player, not actually reaching the player. Let's make sure we can do diagonal movement as well. All right. So if we were to put our player up here, the path is a little bit trickier because the order in which we move, 1, 2, we do have to move diagonal. I'm going to make it obvious that we have to move the full diagonal. 1, 2. Oh, this one's a little bit harder to do. Diagonal here. All right, so we're gonna take the shortest path. I'm gonna make it obvious that we have to move up and to the right in these spaces here. So we should end up in 1, 1, 2, 2, like that, and then stop. And he moves 2 spaces diagonally. All right, these are gonna be our tests here. Let's write it up. I'm gonna steal a little bit from the previous one as well, but we're gonna do a combat map under test, equal to a new combat map. Our tiles are going to be equal to our combat map extensions dot parse the map in like so. The player, we're going to have one player character. It's going to be at position that's specified by this A. So we're going to create a new dictionary. We're going to add in a player to this. So it's going to be at a specified position. We have to go find that position. The position is going to be our setup, a combat map extensions dot parse character positions. We're going to do it on setup. And then we are looking for the letter A, like this, and we're going to pull out that first one, and then this character is going to just be a new player character. We don't actually care much about the actual character itself. What is this complaining about? Dev Donut, thank you for being here. Dev Donut, how we doing, friend? So glad to have you here. How did I do this in the other one? How is your day going? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's see here. Setup map. Okay, so we can do parse. Okay, that's how we do it. Parse, we're going to set up here. We'll create this as a, it comes out as a hash set. Hash set position setup map equals like that. And it's going to be setup map of, what does this return? Dictionary from care. Okay. It's a dictionary. Enemy controller should. The dictionary from care to enumerable positions. What is the type here? Still don't have it right. A hash set. Hash set. Okay. That makes sense. Hash set. Okay, so now I should be able to do setup mat of a.first to pull out the first one there. I can't hear much. I'm at work. That's okay. Love you too, Dev Donut. Tried code yesterday and I forgo. I know nothing anymore. It's a you gotta keep exercising that muscle, right? Okay, so this is our first. Then we're gonna do the player character. We only care about that player character being in the specified position. Let's do enemies. Well, enemies are gonna be equal to a new dictionary like this, and our enemy is gonna be our setup map of 1. We're gonna go find the 1 in there first, and then this is gonna be a new enemy. And let's go ahead and give them a card equal to a new enemy card, and our speed is going to be 3. This is the setup. Okay, so now we have this under test. What we want to do, so we want to say under test dot get enemy move. We have to specify the position, so I want to pull the, well, I guess we could just do this again. Get enemy move. All right, so this is going to be an enumerable of actual moves, like this, position. And what I want to do is I want to say actual moves dot sequence equal to the expected moves should be true. So these should match. All right, so this is our test. This is our test that we have set up. Now we're gonna go write the logic for it. These should fail. we should get 3 failing tests or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failing tests. We wrote 5 examples. Now we can work through these one at a time to get the expected value. So we sort of like a find path algorithm written. Right now, players need to be able to block the enemy movement. So if 2 players are blocking it, the enemy shouldn't be able to move between it. And so it should actually choose the player that's close. So we have to do, it's actually going to be another breadth first search algorithm, but it's going to be slightly different than the last one we did. Okay. So in our combat controller, let's go to our combat controller. Combat controller. We need to do a breadth first search again. And it's going to be, I'm wondering if we can find valid moves. I'm wondering how much of this, let's take this and see how much we have to change to implement enemy combat controller. It's gonna be our enemy move. So breadth, find enemy move, enumerable like this, get any move, find enemy move, and maybe it makes sense to put it right in there. Now I'm not sure. I'm pulling it out to see how different it is. We need to keep track of all of the positions that we're gonna do. Max distance here, start. So this is gonna be the enemy speed. It's our start position. It's kind of a combination of the other ones. The thing that we need to keep, I'm not sure. This will be, we have to adapt it one more time. Find shortest path isn't quite right. Could still be find shortest path. We have a number of steps that we want to we only do a certain number of steps. Yeah, so it's really, really interesting here. Neighbors is missing. We pulled neighbors into a different function as well. I'm gonna pull out neighbors here. Okay. Oops, enemy controller. Neighbors works differently. What are you? Oh, we didn't put you inside of this class. Let's put you up here. So we have our neighbors. The neighbors a little bit differently. Visited doesn't contains. It has to be a tile, but it cannot contain player characters. So it's different for our, I'm going to call this enemy neighbors here. Yeah, so this gets the spaces that the enemy can move into. We need to keep track of, we have moves remaining, and then we also are going to need to keep track of the actual list of moves as well. And potentially we could get rid of moves remaining here and just check the number of spaces we move. So we do a list position like this. We're gonna start out by enqueuing new. Oh, our end condition is interesting. Oh, our end condition is super interesting because we want to find the closest. Yeah. This is fascinating. All right, so we have a set of targets. So it's actually closer to, it's going to be closer to our find shortest path. Let's do this. Be closer to our find shortest path because, we have a set of target positions. I think we can reuse find shortest path. This will get us the shortest path to one of our targets. And then we trim it down to our max distance. So I think we can do this. We can adjust this to take in an enumerable ends. So this will be our targets. Call this targets. Like this. And now in this one, we can just wrap it like this. we can just wrap it like this. Oh, that's interesting. Call find shortest path twice. One second. Let's do I enumerable of position shortest path is equal to this. Let's make this an array. And we'll do shortest path dot length. And this will be, we don't have to calculate it twice. We can just pass this in here to shortest path. Boom. Didn't have to do it twice. Ryan, sorry I missed your comment there. I hope you are staying safe, staying well, my friend. Cricket says, sorry to hear that, Ryan. Grandma Cricket's not doing well herself. Going to likely take a break from streaming to be there for her. Good for you, Cricket. Good for you. I mean, sad for you, but good for you for taking the time to care about the people in your life. That's what I mean. Yeah, my sympathies go out to anyone who has something like that in their life. So in this case, we want to do, I'm gonna change it. It'll be a little bit easier if I turn this into a hash set of position called ends. So we can take in any sort of thing, it can just be a list. We're gonna turn it into a hash set. We'll do end dot contains current position here. We should still only have 5 failing tests. Since I'm doing some refactor, this is why the tests are good to have in here. Combat controller. It's gonna be another one down here. Did I beat it to that compilation there? All right, we still only have 5 failing tests. All right, let's make sure that those are the tests that we added and none of the previous tests. Be weird if it was any of the previous tests, but we'll rerun this just to find out. Reloading, we're writing some tests. This is like a critical part and logical, a spot where some logical errors. Look, I actually think that I can't get by without doing the tests. I think some people can. I'm just not smart enough for it. I make too many small errors. What's going on? .NET build. Snabble, welcome back to the stream. What's up, Doc? Doing beautifully well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Character movement controller. Okay. So we have to adjust. This is why we have this for refactors like this. I should have just added a second method. Then I wouldn't have to add rewritten. Yeah, I should have added a second method that you can specify a single target or multiple targets. That's what I should have done. That's okay. That would have been simpler. All right, let's run these, make sure nothing is broken. Well, we should have 5 failing tests, specifically in our enemy combat controller. Yeah, okay. So those are the ones we were expecting. Okay, that's good. So now that we have this, I should be able to do in my enemy combat controller. Find get enemy move is going to find, actually don't need this anymore. I can use the existing one. I can say, go find all of my target positions, right? So we're gonna find the target positions for our player. So we'll do player, what am I doing here? Map.player characters.keys. These are our, so we have a hash set of position targets. So we get all of our character targets. These are all of the player positions. And now we can do map.find find shortest path from our enemy's position, to our targets. Oh, we actually don't even have to turn it into a hash set. We could just do this. Oh, this is great. And this is going to return a shortest path. So IEnumerable position, shortest path. But we want to make sure that we don't move further than the enemy can. So if I were to return shortest path, we might have too many moves. But this is the path that we're trying to take. Mark, congratulations on number 20. Welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. Hope you're having a beautiful day, my friends. All right, shortest path dot. Is there a take? We want to just take, and then we need the speed. Int speed is going to be equal to map dot enemies of enemy position dot card dot speed, like that. Thank you for the hat redeemed, Tim. Let's get another hat added to this stack. What a wonderful gift you've provided me. Thank you for the hat redeemed. Boom. Let's get that in there. Chill Day doing some Baba Is You, enjoying the Easter. Awesome. Awesome. Easter Sunday is coming, right? Lance, you're so close. You're so close. Moments away. So at most we can take this. Let's run our test. Tom-toms. We got Tim and Tom-toms. We got a Tim-tom. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Got to keep that head warm. Got to keep it spicy. Thank you so much for that. Lance, I was thinking of adding in a bonus hat redeem. Hang on, let's do it. Let's do it. So if people really want to spend their points, let's do it real quick. Let's get distracted. Hang on. Let's run these tests. .NET test. You're in hat point range. You're so close. Oh, you have enough. Samu Franco. Samu Franco, let me know, am I saying that name correctly or is it wrong? Samu, oh Samu, welcome to the stream today. Samu, thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to the stream. Biffles, welcome back as well. Let's see here. We have some failing tests. But it's probably just, you know, we'll take a look. We'll take a look here. Let's go into 1 second. I was going to add a command here. Everyone wants a bonus hat command. All right. We're going to duplicate hat. All right. And this is going to become, let's shrink this down. Too big. We're going to do it. Interface. They did some update and the interfaces are all a little bit janky now. We're going to edit this. We're going to create a bonus hat for 1,000 points. The captain will put on an extra hat. An extra hat. All right. It's been used 0 times. The other one's been used 498 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. 409. You guys have given me 498 hat redeems. That's wild. Easter in Norway is great. 5 days off in a row. Wow. That's incredible. All right, so we got to say that this is 1,000 points. Okay, you'll need 1,000 points to redeem it. We also need to update it, say spent 1,000 points. Chat spent 1,000 points and has redeemed a bonus hat. All right, so if you want to, we got to update the Captain Coder Twitch stream real quick as well. Captain Twitch, the Captain Coder. Let's come in here. We're going to come down here. We are going to edit these panels. We're going to add in a command. Bonus hat. We got, where's the hats? Hats. Bonus hats. Bonus hat for 1,000 points. I'm going to wear a hat for some amount of time. All right, there we go. Is there a limit for the current hat? It takes, 3 hours. 3 hours. There's a 3-hour cooldown on it. So there we go. But people always want to do more than one, so that's why we got the bonus hat for 1,000 points. There we go. We got bonus hat, Lance. Thank you for the bonus hat. We'll get a second bonus hat in here. We'll get a fourth hat. Thank you for the bonus hat, my friend. Got to spend those points on that. Is there a bonus hat? Walks in. Thank you for the hat redeem. Oh boy, this was a mistake. That bonus hat needs to cost more, right? Tom, thank you for the bonus hat. Oh boy, oh. Twice the hats, triple the cost, 16 times the polygons. Napalm, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. It's beautiful. Biffles, thank you for the hat redeem. Whimsically made, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat added on here. All right. All right, plenty of hats to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, gotta get another hat added. Hopefully I don't miss one. This hat's gonna be problematic. We're gonna move this. We're gonna reallocate, readjust. We're gonna get this hat down on the bottom. Oh my goodness, 2 hats pending. There we go. Got that hat. Let's get another hat added to the top of this one. Boom. There we go. Biffles. Thank you for another hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Gotta zoom out a little bit. Gonna have to zoom out. We're under attack. We did a bunch of pops and then we pushed. We did a bunch of pops and then we pushed. Look, it's a hat stack operation. There we go. There we go. Get that other hat added to the top. Beautiful. It's a denial of stream hat attack. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. How we feeling? All right. Clearly that one's gonna have to cost more. Nice try, Toms. We might have to add a bonus hat. Yeah, I haven't thought about the lot. I was thinking like we could have it multiply. Fear your neck muscles. You fear for my neck muscles. You're not afraid of my neck muscles. You fear for them. Biffles and Napalm, welcome back to the stream, by the way. Great to have you here. Let's hop back in to our code. Forget the stack. I want that heap. Okay. What's interesting here is I want to see which of these are failing and why. It's interesting. It's gonna say all of them fail because it's not smart enough to break them out because we're doing this other bit. Only 2 of them are actually failing. I'm not sure which 2. It might make sense to break them out so we can understand. This one's interesting. I bet this one's failing. Because the shortest path... you know what? The shortest path... I have this implemented incorrectly. We're saying the shortest path to one of these. But we need to remove the last element. If I were to look in here... Let's take a look. Might actually make sense to break these out into separate. I'm gonna pull these out into separate little chunks. Expected moves. Still need the expected moves. Kind of want to pull these into separate tests. All right, so I think it'll be easy to read. Fact, public void. Enemy does not move when player is adjacent. Okay. And we can do string map, string setup like that. Theory, and then our inline data can become a variety of, let's It's so tricky. All right. I'm gonna break these into separate. Yeah, I think I want to, because it's hard to know which ones are failing. It's hard to know which ones are failing. Let's put a, here, this is how I know. This is how we'll do it. I need a debug, because it debugs them all as one. Debug. Let's stop that debug in a second here, because I need to do, bool. I need to do a bool here so I know before the failure happens. I need it to stop and I can see results. Is this. And we should have results. Should be true. I need to put a breakpoint here. Let's disconnect. All right, let's try again. Been playing too much Human Resource Machine. Oh, great game. I'm starting to imagine how I would put the top hat at the bottom in assembly code. Mendoza, good morning, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. A Thing of Nightmares. Is this not building? Setup map does not exist. What did I do? I accidentally deleted that for some reason. Build. Sebastian, welcome back to the stream. We are working on our Dungeon Crawler Jam entry. We're making some progress on it. Okay. So now I should be able to debug these tests and see which ones are failing here a little bit more easily. I hope you're having a beautiful day, Sebastian. JD, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack here. Oh boy. It's getting a little sus in here. Indeed. Thank you for the sus. Get another hat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. All right. So this one, I want to get rid of this breakpoint. Continue. Result was false. Okay. So in this case, which setup do we have? Which setup do we have? Yes, this is what I suspected. So check this out. The actual moves, it's moving into the player's position. So what we need to do is actually set it up so that way the target positions are all of the neighboring positions of the player. Okay, so that, let's go into our enemy combat controller here. You're almost through all the original X-Men here, so I can start on the new episodes. Yeah, I heard they released something like that. I loved it when I was a kid. I haven't seen them in a long time. It's like 97, X-Men 97 or 94, something like that. Dimples says, when we are not spending time on the more important Hazmat Captain is making dungeon progress. It's true. We need to get you more hats. Does it even count as a hat? Well, it's a beanie. It's a thing you wear on your head. It's more of a cap. I looked into getting a way for you guys to send me hats, but it would cost me a lot of money to be able to do it. So I decided it wasn't the best thing. So the P.O. box sizes available near me are not big enough for hat boxes. So the closest, I'd have to drive like 30, 40 minutes to have a P.O. box big enough to hold a hat. And then it cost, I think it was like $200 a year. That was one option. I also have a, yeah, so it's like once a month. But if I get, if multiple Exactly, Kilton Ninjas. The big enough boxes are too expensive. Elite Stomper, welcome back to the stream. How you doing, friend? Hope you're having a beautiful day. So that was sort of the problem. Yeah. You may make $200 a minute from Twitch income. Correct. Absolutely correct. Holy Hattage. X Hyde, welcome back to the stream. Yes, Holy Hattage indeed. We got attacked with a hat tack. We had a hat stack attack. Brought it upon myself. We'll send a 3D print, and then you can 3D print your hats. Yeah, I was looking into it. It's just too expensive to be able to receive hats in the mail, unfortunately. A hat wish list is something that I'd look into as well. Amazon doesn't have particular. I'll look into it some more. Yeah, it's not the first one. Hyde, congratulations on number 21. Okay, so the actual positions are not the enemy keys. It's actually the neighbors of enemy keys are the positions, neighbors. Find shortest path. Also, I'm realizing this is going to move through players. So there's so many things I need to be able to specify here. It might just make sense to pull this out and rewrite it a little bit. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Let's see if we can do this. It's getting pretty spicy, pretty dicey, pretty intense. We might get a stack overload. All right, we're gonna have to adjust. This hat's gotta go on the bottom here. So we're gonna try to do a hat stack reallocate. We're gonna do a big push. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Does this one count as a hat? What do you guys think? Does this one count as a hat? There we go. It costs more though. It costs more. Uh-oh. We're about to lose some of these. There we go. There we go. I think it counts, Biffles. Thank you. All right, there we go. Got another hat stack going on here. Okay. The actual positions we want to move to are the positions adjacent to the players, not the player position themselves, but adjacent. So our targets map.player character.keys.neighbors. Select. Yeah, we need to get the neighbors of here. And it's going to turn this. We need like a neighbors, and then we need to combine them down into a single list. So hash set position targets. It can start out as this, but this isn't right. Targets. Our neighbor is also, the neighbor function is also broken. So I need to be able to specify a neighbor function in here. Elite Stopper, it's going pretty well. We are making a lot of progress on the game here. Todd, welcome back to the stream, by the way. Great to have you here. You have to start wearing some of those game box lids on your head soon. Yeah, it's all about, it's what I like to call a balancing act. Balancing act here. Okay. We need to find the neighbors of. So this isn't quite right. So it needs to be this, and then I'm going to do neighbors. Find neighbors. Okay. Public. We'll make this internal, or yeah. Internal hash set of position neighbors. Find neighbors. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Let's get another one going on here in just a second. This is going to be a position like that. And really, it's an enumerable of positions. Positions. return or throw new not implemented exception. It should be a this. There we go. Find neighbors on there. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. XTC, welcome back to the stream. Let's see if we get another hat added to the stack here. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the bonus hat. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Gotta zoom out a little bit. Oh no, my camera's almost all the way zoomed out. Oh, thank you for the bonus hats. Do we got any more hats here? Do we got any more hats here? We're on the, oh, we do. Hang on, I thought we were on the last hat. We're not quite there. Hang on. It's over here on the floor. Get a hat added to this stack. See, I don't know if my arms can, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for the hat redeem. We're gonna have to increase the price of the bonus hat. It's a little too easy. It's too easy. All right, so find neighbors here. We're gonna do a hash set of position unions, all, like this. The cap in the hat, the cap in the cap. Return all here. And we're gonna do a for each position in positions. We want to find all of the neighbors. So all of the neighbors, we're going to do var neighbors. It's going to be an I enumerable position neighbors is equal to pause with pause with x equal to pause plus 1. All right. We have, yeah. So I feel like let's do one more internal static hash I enumerable position. We'll call this neighbors this position goes to, put this somewhere weird, or we're missing a semicolon or comma or something. Okay, so let's do this. I feel like I've written this a bunch of times. Do I have pause.neighbors? Hang on, if I get rid of you. I don't. Okay. And this is going to be, I'm going to call it P. And it's going to be P with x equals P dot x plus 1. Minus 1. Y plus 1. Y minus 1. And then x plus 1. Y minus 1. Plus 1. And then we have this with x minus. There we go. These are all the different neighbors. Do you know much about Unity game modding for games that allow it? Of course, I'm actually making a game that allows us to do that a little bit. I've done it using Moon Sharp. All right, it's a little hard to show off right now because my game's not in a state to do it, but I'm using Moon Sharp to allow Lua. So my game, you can write Lua scripts and add them in. And so Moon Sharp is how I'm accomplishing that. Okay. So go through every position and then for each, and then we're gonna do all.union with position.neighbors. Like this. So that's what this is gonna look like. And I'm wondering if we can, there's probably a way I could do it a little bit simpler. So these are now our targets. Yeah. Do we pass more or less of these? Although I hate Lua, that is a great approach for not entirely allowing your game to get shredded by mods. Yeah, so you can do some safety stuff in it. And a lot of games, the bonus to that is a lot of games do Lua modding. And so people who make mods are probably going to be really familiar with Lua, and then they don't have to learn a whole language. Another option would be do DLL injection. So you load DLLs dynamically. How are we doing on these tests? Still failing. Let's see. Are we failing fewer? Hopefully we're failing fewer tests. We were failing 3. And now we're failing 5. Interesting. I'm a little bit... I don't quite understand that. I don't have any videos on automated testing. Sorry, I do not. I am writing unit tests here. Let's do a debug. Let's see what path we're getting, and because this first one's interesting. It should. I know that I need to make it so you can't move into players here, so I need to have a different like neighbor position. What was our actual moves? 0, 0. So this is the start position we're in. We should have nothing there. Why do we have one move? It says move into the position I'm currently standing in. That's interesting. No, that's not right. Our enemy should start in... Yeah, this is very weird. It's very weird. Let's look at our setup. Let's look at our under test. Let's look at our enemy. Our enemy, for some reason, is starting in the wrong position. 0, 3. Okay, no, it's the right spot. 0, 3. Our move... What's it saying 0, 0? We must have the wrong start position. Okay, so we're going to need to debug get enemy move. Let's debug again. Our enemy position. What position's coming in? Right, we'll find out in just a moment. Okay. Our enemy position is 0, 3. Our targets... So there are 7, not 8. Why are there not 8 targets? There must be a typo. +1, -1, plus... Why? There we go. That's one possible bug. Definitely a bug. Also, XTC, I'm assuming you're saying on writing automated test. There we go. Writing automated test, not using automated test generation, because that is another thing. Test generators, so they automate writing tests for you, which is a thing that is really cool, and I'd like to get into it. So we're failing one test now. We're failing one test, the one where we expect x equals 1, y equals 1. Okay. X equals 1, y equals 1, position equals x equals 2, y equals 2. So we're failing on 1, 1, 2, 2. So we should go to 1, 1, and then 2, 2. That is interesting that we fail on that one, because we should be finding the shortest path. What is it that we're getting at the end? It'd be nice to test just one. This is why I was thinking it might be nice to break these out, because to get to that one test, I have to skip through a bunch of things. It should be the 5th one. Hang on, I'm going to add a little breakpoint into my test here. just so I can see before we get here. We're gonna put a breakpoint there so I can see what my expected list is. And then in my enemy combat controller, removes that. And we'll just do a step in when we get to a test that we know fails. Also, Nord Ice, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful week. Happy Wednesday. We're making great progress. Some fabulous progress. Okay, so the test I'm looking for is my all right, this one's empty. So I should be able to continue. This one passes. The expected, not this one. This one passes. This one's gonna pass. This one passes. All right, so this one is the one that fails for us. So let's step into it. Step in. All right, so here we are. The enemy map. Our enemy position is still the bottom left corner of the map. Our target tiles. So our target tiles are all of the adjacent spaces. So this will be interesting here. So it's all of the adjacent space. So a target is here. Let's make sure this is true. Here, 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 here. Is it the same distance to reach this tile? 1, 2, 3. No. It should still only reach 2, 2. I'm curious. Is 2, 2 one of our targets? Oh. Okay, this is interesting. X equals 2. Y equals 2. This isn't one of our targets. Why not? Oh, because I'm starting in the bottom left. I've written this incorrectly. So this isn't 1, 1. This is row 1, column 0, 1, 2. And this is row 2, sorry, column 2, X equals 2, Y equals 1. So 1, do we have that? 2, 1. 2, 1. There it is. Okay. Let's run it again. So we wrote a bad test. This test is not a valid. Now it's a valid test. Boom, we got it. We got the first version of. We're going to write some more tests. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one more failure here because we shouldn't be able to move through players. So we should be able to move through enemies, but not players. And so we're going to write that test next. Get status.net format. But we do got to get out of here. Any suggestions on raids, feel free to get them in. I want to keep it on, if possible, people new to streaming who are in game dev or C#, because that's what we're programming right now. There are some options outside of that as well. Add, get status, get commit -m feat, enemy combat controller should get enemy move no obstacles. All right, so we got that done. I'm going to be raiding out here. Let's find someone to raid into. All right. We could go raid Biggs. Biggs is fantastic. Megatron is awesome. Simple Game Dev is awesome. You too, my friend. We did Risky Biscuits. Marius works. Let's see if we got any new people in the software game dev category. Thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate it. Simple Game Dev is a vote. That's might be who we go for. Let's search for Dungeon Crawler Jam. Doesn't look like anyone's doing Dungeon Crawler Jam right now. Okay, so let's come back. Simple Game Dev's always a good choice. Been nice finding new people too. Unity Game Engine, learning programming. This could be a fun one. Unity. Nova Codes Games. We're making Slenderman, ML. Let's do Simple Game Dev. Let's see, a Simple Game Dev. How long have they been on? 1 hour. You're welcome, Dungeons and Dipples. We gotta give that neck a rest. That's right. That's right. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see if this person. Let's see how new these people are. 5 followers. Let's give Nova Codes Games. They are brand new. Let's go check them out. Folks, thank you guys so much for being here. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. All right, when we get there, let's give them some love. Yeah, I mean, I'm also getting out of here a little bit right on my normal time, but we're gonna have a good one. We're gonna raid Nova Code Games, give them some love. Show us your game. Show us what you're working on. Twitch raid. All right. Copy paste when we get there. Give them some love, folks. Make sure you got that copy pasted ready to go. Folks, we'll be back tomorrow. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being amazing. You're welcome back anytime. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.